What's her name? How do you spell her name? Dustin's autopsy report. Broken neck. I don't actually know what the game wants me to present. Her name is not Maggey, but there's also the broken neck. Alright, I'm gonna try the broken neck thing. No. Why? Why? Why can't a person write their name? Why write a name when they have a broken neck? Okay, so now her name's not Maggey, not Maggey at least. Do I do this? No. Okay. Alright, so the third thing... This is so bad. The third thing is... Maggey is not in the... Is not in the other photo. The other photo. What? Oh, come on. He managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. He managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. It's not in here? Here? No. Oh god. Alright, let me press this. Special move. People's profiles. Oh, people's profiles. I forgot it. Right, there's profiles. Let me save the game here. in the here profiles, right, profiles. Maggey, that's a name. Profile. Okay, I got it. I figured out what the game wants me to click on. No, I didn't do that. Alright, present profiles. Present. Dot dot dot. What is it? What's come over me? What's this tingling sensation in my loins? Without thinking, I just blurted out objection. And I yelled it at the top of my lungs, finger outstretched, ready to take on my opponent. Yeah, who does that? What kind of crazy person does that? What a rush! Detective Gumshoe! You talking to me, pal? Please state the defendant's name for me. What are you trying to prove with this futile exercise, Mr. Wright? You see, this is a very crucial line of questioning. Actually, Mr. Payne, you can answer the defendant's name if you please. Where is it? This ridiculous question coming from? The defendant's name is, Maggey Beard. What is B-Y-R-D-E? Bird. Okay, Maggey Bird. I think someone needs to check the court record. What? It says right here that it's Maggey Bird. Ah! It looks like the bird caught the cat napping. What's going on here? I have no idea either, sir. As you can see, the victim did indeed leave a name, Maggey. However, the defendant's name is actually spelled Maggey. This is a blatant contradiction of facts. Oh! How about that? I hadn't even noticed. But maybe the victim didn't know how to spell her name correctly. May I remind you that it was you who said, the defendant is accused of killing her lover. If they were truly lovers, it would be impossible for him to not have known her name. Well, I mean, maybe they're that kind of lover. How do you know? This is very true. Well, I mean, it's a little bit true. Mr. Payne! Yes, Your Honor. Are you absolutely certain that the defendant and the victim, Dustin Prince, were in fact lovers? Yes, I'm quite certain, Your Honor. They were a well-known couple in the police force. Detective Gumshoe, please testify for the court the relationship between the victim and the defendant. Yes, sir. Alright, Dustin and Maggey. I mean, wait, why are we still going on with this? We just proven that Maggey isn't the person he wrote, so therefore Maggey is innocent. You just dismissed the trial. The trial's over. The trial's over. We're done. Why is the trial still going? This is not relevant. Officer Prince and Officer Bird had been going out for about half a year. It sounded like they were even talking about marriage. The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir. Maggey, I mean Officer Bird, had gotten Officer Prince a present. It was something she had bought over 2 months ago. I should know because she came to me to ask what she should get for him. That's it? That's your whole testimony? Oh, those two sound like they were close. Nevertheless, tragedy struck. Yes, I see. You may cross-examine the witness, Mr. Wright. Officer Prince and Officer Bird have been going out for about half a year. How do you know about this? Every year in March we have a training camp for us cops. Officer Bird was a rookie at the time and she and Officer Prince seemed to hit it off. They got close, I take it. Actually, I was supposed to go too, but I couldn't pay the deposit for the trip, so I didn't. If only I had gone on that trip. What is it? Oh, nothing, sir, really. Anyway. Come on, Gumshoe. Come on. It sounded like they were even talking about marriage. Marriage? But wasn't the victim 8 years older than her? What? You saying a guy's gotta marry someone the same age as himself, pal? No, that's not what I meant at all. Detective Gumshoe and Dustin were only a year apart, you know. Ugh, I think this fella has a ways to go before marriage. You might grow into it. Mind your own business, pal. The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir. The day of the incident, you mean September the 6th? Yeah. The victim, Officer Prince, had just gotten off duty at 5:30 PM that day. And since Maggey's night shift hadn't started yet, they went to the park for a bit. Ah, I remember when I was young and in love. Oh, it was a jolly time. That's great, Your Honor. I'm glad you're such a cheerful old man. Maggey, I mean Officer Bird, had gotten Officer Prince a present. You seem to know a lot about the defendant. Well, that's because I'm her boss, and I've gotta watch out for my subordinates. Do you now? But even what she was going to give as a present, isn't that going a bit too far? Hey pal, watch what you say. I know everything that happens under me, so if someone so much as scratches there, I really don't need to know that much. Yeah, we do. Continue. Mr. Wright, please refrain from badgering the witness. I want to know who's scratching what. Even if this witness has a crush on the defendant, that should not be the point of the discussion at this time. I didn't say that. You said that. Whoa, wait a second. Why are we talking about this? It's all your fault, pal. You're guilty, guilty, guilty. I should have you arrested. I think the good detective is about done here. It was something she had bought over 2 months ago. Over 2 months ago. Oh wait, what? No. Yep, she's a very considerate woman, pal. So, what was this birthday present? She got him a glove. What? A single glove? What kind of glove is glove a euphemism for something else? Anyway, let's keep this PG. A single glove? Why would she only give him one? Actually, Your Honor, the glove in question is a baseball glove. Oh, I see. A baseball glove. Yeah, okay, yeah, he's a catcher then. Alright. Officer Prince was a huge baseball fan. A baseball glove. Press further. Just now, I believe you said that the present was something she had bought over 2 months ago. Yeah. Are you saying she bought the glove at a store that far in advance? Nah, nothing like that, pal. Then what is it like? She ordered it. It was custom made. Custom made? The glove was custom made? Yep, that's what I said. So the glove was custom made. Yeah, that's what he said. Your Honor, I really don't see how this glove is related to this case. Yes, it would seem that there is little relevance. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Do you think this glove is really relevant to this case? Is it? I don't know. Is the glove... Yeah, because she was about to give it to him. And then he died. Where's the glove? Yeah, where's the glove? Didn't they say she was gonna give him the glove right there and then he died? Yeah. I don't know where this will lead me, but of course it is relevant. That glove is the key to this whole case. Why is this the key? Yes! Bluffing to the max! Everybody knows you're bluffing. Now this is the Mr. Wright I know. Bluffing. I'm so happy you're back, sir. I was wondering how long it'd take. This is great! Pressing people. It feels like I've done this before. As if I used to do this to squeeze information from even the most tight-lipped people. Very well. If you are that convinced, then let's hear some more about the matter. Actually, I brought the glove with me today. Why do you have it? Why do you have it? And? Why didn't you say so earlier? Hurry and show the glove to the court. Well, I didn't think it had anything to do with this case. Anyway, this is it, sir. Wait. It's a glove for the right hand? Usually the gloves are for the offhand. Cause you throw with your hand and so you don't want like a giant glove with the throwing hand. So the glove is for the offhand. But he's left-handed. So it's a right-handed glove. So he wouldn't have written the word with his right hand on the ground. And the reason it's custom made is because he's left-handed, and so it's a right-handed glove. It's rather yellow, isn't it? Thanks. Baseball glove added to the court record. A birthday present from Maggie to the victim. It was custom made. Officer Prince really liked the color yellow. Okay. And that's why you had to special order it. Yep, that's right. That and one other reason. I think this court has heard enough. It is clear that the victim and the defendant were involved with each other. Yes, that's correct, Your Honor. Now, if that is true, it brings up an important question. Was the name Maggie really written by the victim? I see your point, Your Honor. Detective Gumshoe, please tell the court a little more about the name on the ground. Yes, sir. Why would the glove be important? The guy, Phoenix just bluffed it. This writing is so stupid. So why would that be relevant? But it is relevant. I mean, look, I'm kind of laughing about it, but here's the thing. And here's my complaint about the last episode of the first game. Is like, does the player have agency? And the answer is, of course, no. The player has no agency. This is an interactive story, right? It's an interactive novel. The player really has no agency. But does the player feel like they have agency? So when you like present all the evidence, or when you have the player like collect all the evidence, and then you have the player present the evidence, and that drives the story, then it feels like the player has agency, even though they really don't. They're just kind of jumping through the hoops. But they feel like they have agency because their actions are the things that push the plot forward. Whereas with some of these, so we say, less compelling parts of the writing here, when the plot is driven by the storyteller or by the author and not by the player, it feels like the player has no agency. And so now, just now, Phoenix had no idea whether the glove was relevant. We just bluffed it. we don't know. The player doesn't know. Phoenix doesn't know. But the story writer just wrote that into the story. And so that gives the story writer agency, and it doesn't give the player agency. And it doesn't give Phoenix Wright the appearance of agency. So I don't agree with that. Right? I don't agree with that. If something gave us suspicion or some sort of clue that the glove was important, and then we did it, then the player feels like, okay, I have a reason to insist on this, and then you insist on it, and it turns out that it is important. Then the player feels like they have agency, but the player just doesn't know. I didn't know. I was just guessing, right? So it doesn't. I don't think it's the best story writing, is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, let's keep going. Writing on the ground. We first looked into the handwriting. Well, good for you. Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. Next, we checked the victim's pointer finger. We found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. There were also scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. Yeah, but somebody else could have, pulled his hand. From this, we could confirm that the victim wrote his name with his right hand. With his right hand. Yes, a perfectly logical conclusion. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Thank you, Your Honor. We first looked into the handwriting. But can you really determine handwriting based on a sample written in sand? Ha! This is why amateurs are amateurs. Are you talking about yourself? We're not a bunch of simpletons, pal. Scientific investigation in this country is actually pretty good. Is it? I believe it's time to get back to the real point. But you haven't explained how you can... how you can trace finger, like handwriting, from like finger writing in the sand. Yeah, no, like if I use a pen to write, that's not the same as when I use my finger to write. My handwriting is not the same when I do that. Agreed, Your Honor. So what was the result of the investigation? Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm it was the victim's handwriting. Yeah, exactly. You just said it was advanced, and now you say you can't confirm it. So in the end, you couldn't confirm it. Hey, don't you look down on us. I told you, we're not a bunch of simpletons, pal, but you couldn't do it. Everyone knows you can't find out everything you want with scientific investigation. so you can't do it. I've never heard that before. Me neither. Nor I. I've never heard anything like that in the police academy, sir. Okay, so I made it up. Anyway. What? Next we check the victim's pointer finger. His pointer finger? You know, the one you're always pointing and waving around in people's faces. Ah ha 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 ha, don't tell me it bothers you. Every time you do it, I have a mini heart attack. It's like you're trying to kill me, pal. In any case, you examined the victim's index finger, correct? Yeah, we figured there should be something on his finger if he had been writing in sand. And the results. We found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. And what does that prove? Is it the same sand as the sand on the ground? Well, it proves that he did write that name with his own finger. Yes, which explains why there was sand stuck under his nail. I guess he's right. And there's more. There were also scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. Scratches on his skin. Yep, you can't see them with your naked eye, but they're there. That is incredible. Sure is. That's the power of scientific investigation. They're so small that we had to use a magnifying glass, like a really strong one. It's got that really scientific sounding name. You mean a microscope? Yeah, that's it. We used one of those and that's how we found him. You use a microscope on his finger? That's not how microscopes work. I can't believe this guy doesn't know what a microscope is. From this we could confirm that the victim wrote his name with his right hand. Are you absolutely sure? I believe in the power of science! I wonder if my evidence is solid enough to counter with. Listening to this, you would think there was only one conclusion. No, there isn't. That the name was definitely written by the victim. But don't you think that would be really strange, sir? If Dustin really wrote that message with his right hand. The game is really telling you the clues. Do you think I would have gone through that much trouble to get him his present? The present? What about it? This is like easy mode. Alright, the glove is right-handed, he's left-handed. Present! Glove! Objection! Point your finger at him. Detective Gumshoe, take a look at this! That's the glove, right? Could you tell the court what is special about this glove? It's yellow. What's special? Never really thought about it, but it's really yellow! And that's about it. It is. It is really yellow. Yes, it's really yellow, but that is only one of its qualities. There's another reason why it's special. And what would that be? It's very simple. This glove is made for a left-handed person. Left-handed? Why, you're absolutely right. This glove is made to be worn on the right hand. That's why it had to be custom made. I have never seen a bright yellow left-handed glove for sale, have you? Well, no. So, detective, which hand did the victim use to write the name with again? That's easy. Look, it's obvious from this picture that it was his... Wait a second. Don't forget that the victim was left-handed. Ah! I mean, I object. Overruled! Mr. Wright, I would like to know what your line of reasoning proves. There is only one conclusion that can be drawn. Well, there could be a number of conclusions. A left-handed person could not have written a message with his right hand. Of course they can. You can write with your offhand. It's not that hard. I mean, it's ugly, but it's not hard. Therefore, the person who wrote the name Maggey could not have been the victim. You don't think he would have spelled the name correctly if it was him? M-A-G-G-E-Y? This is so unnecessarily complicated. Look. The fact that the name is spelled wrong is far more compelling than him writing with his offhand. He's left-handed, but he wrote it with his right hand. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But the fact that the name is spelled wrong, everything is wrong with that. When you think about it that way, then yes. It is not possible that this name was written by the victim himself. Then that means Maggey is... No! It's not possible, Mr. Payne! Yes, Your Honor. The evidence the prosecution has presented has failed to prove the defendant's guilt. In fact, I believe you have proven her to be innocent. No! Alright, you did it, Mr. Wright. Whew, I feel like I can breathe again. It seems that we have reached the conclusion. You did a fine job once again, Mr. Wright. Me, Your Honor. Ah, well, thank you, sir. See, you got complimented by the judge again. You're really good. And that's why you can't give up being a lawyer, sir. Are you joking? I'm more than ready to retire. I will now announce my verdict. This court finds the defendant, Maggey Bird. No, not yet. I mean, please give me a few more minutes, Your Honor. That's not how courts work. What? What is the meaning of this, Mr. Payne? The prosecution is not finished yet? Nani do you mean? We would like to call our next witness to the stand. Nani? And what did this witness witness? The moment the victim was pushed to his death. What's more, he saw the very face of the culprit. Nani the heck? Order in the court. I believe a recess is in order. Afterward, we will hear from this new witness. I had a feeling that was a bit too easy. I need more information. I'll have to see what I can find during this recess. I can't let my guard down. It's only going to get tougher from here. Court is adjourned for recess. Oh, well, that's the first hour. Let me save the game, take a break, come back for the next bit. Save.